Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are joined by Hannah Heggarty, gym owner, HYROX ambassador, and coach with a real passion for women's health and postnatal fitness. With a lot of experience in the hybrid fitness scene, we're excited to find out more about her background, HYROX, and also her recent race experience in a backyard ultra. We've held off asking too many questions before we've started the podcast. So, Hannah, thanks for joining us and welcome to the podcast.
You're welcome. Thanks so much for having me.
Oh no, we're
I
really excited. Yeah. I feel like we've got a lot to chat and cover. Maybe we could start off with just a little introduction. You're a fellow Scot, so you're up in Scotland.
Yep.
Um, could you give us a little background into like what you're doing and the gym and where you are and where you're based?
Yeah, so I'm a PT female coach at Elation Gym in Glasgow. Yeah, so the gym is called Elation. It's in Glasgow, as I said. It's owned by Graham Halliday, who's my boyfriend, and then another boy, Matthew Agnew. So they are business partners. They've had the gym for around 6 years. And I think I've worked there for nearly just coming up to 6 years. So I've basically it's been amazing because I've had the opportunity to see the gym grow from basically the ground up. So when I started, it was like in lockdown basically, and I'd quit like my full-time job at the time, and everyone was like, well, not everyone, but a lot of people were kind of like, oh my God, you're off your head, like quitting um your stable job to go and be like this self-employed personal trainer with very little experience, but it's honestly the best thing I've ever done. So yeah.
Oh, fair play. Yeah, because it can be like scary to kind of take the leap, but it's
Yeah.
definitely, I mean, it looks like it's paid off. Were you always into fitness before you qualified to be a PT and then started working at the gym?
Yeah, so from a young age, I was always just kind of into like fitness and PE in school. I was always in like a lot of clubs and stuff like that. Um, I was at like an athletics club when I was like really young. Um, wasn't really the best at like running or anything like that, but I did try. And then yeah, so I would say I've always kind of been into like the gym and things like that. When I say I've always been into the gym, I actually done like a sports coaching degree at university, and one of the modules was like strength and conditioning. And see, when I say I could not lift the 20 kilo bar off the ground, like I'm no joking. So I feel like I had a lot of work to do, but I'm glad. I'm glad it's worked out the way it has.
Yeah, totally. And did you
Yeah.
do any of the sports like once you left school and when you were at uni, if you did like a sports degree, were you in any groups or did you just do like fitness for just like health and fitness and
No,
going to the
I
gym?
literally just started the gym maybe, don't really remember what age, but it was probably like 16-ish. And that's when I really started getting into just going to the gym, like off my own back kind of thing. And then it was more just like learning about, I mean, I probably done what every other girl back in that day like done was like go to the gym and just went straight to the treadmill and just like went on the treadmill for like the full hour. But then I really started to like Google things, and I was on like social media and stuff like that, and just like research like upper lower splits. So for ages I was just going on and doing 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps on every exercise, whether it was like upper or lower. But yeah, it was
Give you a
it
good
was
base though.
yeah, it did. I think it did. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no, totally. Like it's so funny how it's changed though, like over the years. And then now,
Yeah.
like, I mean, I guess when we were that age, like going to the gym wasn't as cool as like what it is now. Now I feel like it's like the coolest thing to do at the weekend
I
is like
know.
for people to go to the gym and there is so many more options, like so many more gyms popping up and people doing run clubs and all that sort of thing compared to like, yeah, years ago.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy the way it's evolved. Like even like even like the wee young ones at our gym, like there's so many small group personal training sessions going on. Like you walk into the gym like after 4 o'clock and there's just like all these kids running about the gym. I mean, I'm saying run about the gym as if they run the gym. Sometimes it does feel like that, but it's just so good to see.
Yeah, yeah, no, totally. And I don't remember like there being, like now every gym has like big Saturday or Sunday sessions, and whether it's like a HYROX session or a big like Saturday sweat or something, that like
Yeah,
definitely didn't exist. It wasn't
no,
like a thing, was it? It was like maybe there was like HIIT started to come in, and there was a bit of
yeah,
like, I don't know, body pump, or like my mom used to do step aerobics or something like, but
Yeah.
there wasn't like a big let's go and do like a throwdown at the gym that you'd all go with your mates and then go and get a coffee or anything after. That's
yeah. It's so good. It's like, see, a Saturday, that is like my favorite day of the week in the gym
yeah.
because it's always been like up dead early, 6 a.m., go a run, and then go and do the Saturday class at Elation. And then after that, you would just get on with your day. I mean, you would feel like you needed a nap by like 1 o'clock, but it was just so good because that's kind of the day that everybody can get joined in as well, like because it's a Saturday.
Yeah, and no one's in a
Yeah.
rush, are they? Because like during the
Nah,
week, everyone's trying to fit their session in, and then they've either got to go to work or get home, or they've got family commitments, or but then on a
yeah,
weekend, everyone almost just like chills out a bit, maybe grabs a coffee after. No
Yeah.
one's in a rush to like get it done and get out. It's
yeah. I know
yeah,
it's good.
it's cool social
Yeah,
way to be,
totally.
isn't it?
And
It is.
is
We've
that
actually got our
no, no,
sorry.
go on, go on.
We've actually got our Elation Games on Saturday, this Saturday coming. So I think there's just under 100 people involved.
That's
Um,
so cool.
yeah, so it'll be good. And it's just like all our, well, not all of our members, it's just like some of our members taking part, the ones that we could talk into doing it. So yeah,
And
it'll be good.
what you do? What does it consist of? Is it over a
So
day or what events? Yeah.
there's like a strength element, or it's like strength endurance. And
Okay.
then there's like a more kind of like conditioning type thing. But it's all in teams of four. So there's like two females, two males, and then we just pick the teams at random as well, so that obviously like we're all at the one gym, but like there's people that some people kind of group with
Yeah.
more than others. So it's kind of good because it gets them all to like mingle and stuff like that as well.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
such a
that
good
idea.
idea. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool idea. Sometimes it's a bit like, oh, it's like going to school, isn't it? When you don't want to.
I
It's
know,
funny how even when we're adults, everyone's like, oh, I wanted to go with my
I
friend.
know,
Like,
But then it creates such a good vibe because then they're from like everyone probably gets that little competitive edge where they'll
yeah,
want to beat their mate in the other team and like group
yeah,
together
I know.
and yeah, that's
That'll be
so
good.
good.
So
So
I'm so
how
excited.
did you meet Graham by joining the gym or did you join like by working at the gym or did you know Graham before and then you started working at Elation and the
No,
gym?
so I didn't know Graham before Elation.
Oh, cool.
So as I said, like it's him and Matthew's gym.
Okay.
So they didn't, it was just they two at the time. They didn't have like any other like people working at their gym. And then I remember getting this message. So during lockdown, actually, I should say as well. So I was really trying to, because he had all this free time, I was trying to like build up my, not so much build up my social media. I think I was just like buzzing that I'd had my PT qualification. So I was like out in the back garden, like doing loads of workouts and putting the videos on social media, like my Instagram. So then um, Graham and Matthew were both looking for a female PT, but I can't even remember. I think they'd put up because someone actually sent me it the other day. One of the girls that goes to the gym sent me it the other day, and it was like Graham had put up looking for a female PT to join the team. If you can recommend anyone or if you want to join, like write your name or whatever, and we'll be in touch. But then I don't even remember ever seeing that. It was it was them who actually reached out to me. So they reached out to me from the gym page. So they must have seen my wee workout videos and been like, right, let's go on. So I went and seen the gym, but I remember at the time being like, oh, this isn't my comfort zone. I'm going to just go and see how it is. I'm obviously secure in my job that I was in at the time, but I think I'll just go see it anyway. And then as soon as I went and had like a wee meeting with them, and then came back, I was like to my mum and dad, I was like, right, I'm quitting my job. I was like, I'm going to go and work there. It just looks so good. But obviously, I never done that straight away. I kind of just built it up, and then once I had like enough clients and stuff like that, and when it was getting too much with my current job and then the gym, I just handed in my notice. But yeah, that's how I met Graham. And then yeah, we were just like we were friends first, like and trained a lot together, and then yeah, that's
The
I never
rest is
really seen
history.
it coming to be honest. But
Maybe he did. Maybe he did from the videos. He was like, "Oh, need a female PT. She looks good."
And what was your job, if you don't mind me asking, what was the job that you were doing before?
So I worked in a leisure centre. It was like, I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's Glasgow Clubs. The Glasgow Clubs. It's like a chain, so across Glasgow, and there's just like different leisure centres like across Glasgow. So I worked in the one in Scotstoun, and I was like a gym instructor, but also worked on the pool before that as like a lifeguard. And then like towards the end, I then moved into like the gym instructing. But it was more like you could do personal training, but the personal training had to be out with your hours.
Okay.
So
Yeah, so you had like more of a secure kind of contract, like where you had
yeah,
your set hour. Yeah. And then to go to like self-employed and
yeah,
like home-owned gym, I guess. Like, yeah.
yeah.
Who
It
was
was
it?
like
You were in the
35
fitness
hours or
industry.
something like that.
Yeah.
Say
Yeah,
that
you were
again?
in the fitness industry anyway, though. It's quite like you obviously
Yeah,
knew how it worked, and like that's quite cool that you
yeah,
had like a really good foundation of it anyway.
Yeah.
yeah. Kind of a like I did feel like with the classes and stuff like that, in Glasgow Club, you were only like taking maybe like one class, if that, on shift.
Okay.
So yeah, I definitely did get experience for that, like massive experience and a lot of confidence. Like, but I feel like when I went to Elation, I was still like, oh my goodness, because it was like loads of new people, kind of people like more your age as well. And I don't know why I kind of felt at the start that was more intimidating than like taking like maybe like somebody your mum or dad's age for like a class. I don't know why. But yeah.
Yeah.
No, I can see that.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And was when you went to Elation, was it at the beginning when you joined and when like they started the gym, were they into functional fitness? Did it start as that, or did it change and mold as HYROX came out? How long were they going before HYROX came out? Or before
So
they got into, before you guys got into HYROX, I guess I should say.
yeah, so I think definitely they were like functional fitness gym. So it would be like a mixture of like strength and then like your conditioning workouts. So because I was never like that, I would always just go to like the gym and do like as I said, like strength. So I would do like high volume strength, either upper or lower, and I'd maybe finish with like some sprints on the treadmill or like an hour on the stairmaster. I don't even think I could do that these days, like an hour on the stairmaster, but I swear I used to do that like 3 times a week. Um, but so yeah, when I went to Elation, the functional kind of mixture of both was like quite new to me. Because I remember like thinking I was like fairly fit, and then Graham and Matthew, I was doing like a session with them, and I swear like they had to give me like Skittles and that at the end because I was like dying.
They're quite hard to chew at the end.
I know. I actually think I nearly choked as well, so it was probably not the best thing.
And in Scotland it's cold, so I feel like it's too hard. You probably need like jelly babies.
I know jelly babies would have been the safer option.
That's so good.
God, I haven't had a Skittle for ages.
No, I know. So then when HYROX started to kind of boom, I guess like that was a natural like progression
Yeah,
for
I think so, like definitely for like Graham and that anyway, because I remember it was Graham and one of our other coaches, Kev, they were like, oh, we're going down to Manchester to do this race thing. And it was HYROX, but I can't remember how many years ago it was. Um, but it was definitely before it became like massive anyway. I remember Kev saying that he was in the same wave as Tom Grennan. See the singer Tom Grennan?
Yeah.
He was in the same wave as him because I think he beat him. I think he beat him and he was like, I beat Tom Grennan.
Claim to fame.
So they went and done it, and then after that, I think a couple of months later, like a lot of us were a small group of us were like, right, we are going to go and do it. So we went and done the London one, I think, or it was like Valencia. And then I feel like after that, just more and more and more from our gym just got involved.
And when did you, because there's one in Glasgow, isn't it? So did that
Yeah,
like have a big effect once HYROX came up to Glasgow, I'm guessing?
yeah, definitely. I think that's when most of our members like done their first race. And I just remember having like we got like t-shirts made and like all of that stuff that everybody like gets on board with now as well. We just done all that, made a massive deal of it because it felt like I've got pictures as well and like see even from then until like even like last year, see the difference in the people, like the amount of people that got on board. It's just so
So
good.
cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So then what about your kind of like, I guess, personal HYROX like journey and like it sounds like it maybe wasn't your typical style of training to begin with. So then did you just think, right, I'm gonna go all in on HYROX and give it a bash and see what the crack is? And how did that
Yeah.
go?
Yeah. So I booked my first race and I'm sure it was London. It was London and I remember being like I remember thinking, right, I'm so ready for this because my thing before doing it, I was like, right, I'm going to do a sim every single week. So every Friday, I'm going to do a sim. And you know, I remember doing my first ever sim on the, see, like the curved assault runners that you
Oh
get.
no.
I
Brutal.
know, genuinely, I don't think I could do that now. Like, I don't
Yeah.
even know how I done that. So, and I remember it going down to speed like 8.5 or something like that kilometers per hour. I felt like I was basically walking on it through some of the runs. So, uh, I done my first race in the London one, and I got. I think I'd got just under an hour and a half. It was like 1:28 or something like that. But I remember like I didn't know how to pull the sled. Um, like genuinely had no clue how to pull it. And I would say I'm like fairly strong as well, but I just like technique was not there at all. And I took about 8 minutes to do that. Um, and then yeah, so after that, I was like, right. I remember thinking to myself during the race, actually, I was like, right, I'm gonna have to kid on. I've went over my ankle because like I cannot complete this. Like this is the hardest thing I've ever done. And then I remember like finishing it and I was just like, oh my God, I feel so proud of myself because I finished that and I genuinely thought I'm not gonna get through that. But then after that, I realized that the first one should always just be like a learning experience type thing. Like you shouldn't really go, right, I'm gonna go and try and get this time because it probably won't happen. Like unless you're like super, super, super fit, include up about it all. So then the next one I'd done, I got like 1 hour 15. That was in Valencia. And I remember I got a podium finish and I was not expecting that. So I was like, oh my God, like, am I good at this? Like that's amazing. Um and then yeah, I think after that, I just kind of started to put like loads and loads and loads of pressure on myself when it came to HYROX. So I kind of went from like loving it to being like, I don't even enjoy training anymore because I'm like doing these races and I'm putting that much pressure on myself that I don't even enjoy it. And then until I can't even remember, it was like one race after I done a race with Graham and I really got myself into an absolute state about it. And even after it, I just felt so down about it. But then, like, since then, I really gave myself like a good talking to, and I was like, why do I do this? I do it for fun. Like, I don't do it for any other reason, and rather than be proud of myself. And then, uh, every race I've kind of done after that, yeah, I've enjoyed it, or maybe not enjoyed it, but like I've not came away from it and been like, right, I hate myself. That's terrible. Like tearing yourself apart, really. So I'm glad about that. I feel like there's been a big growth due to HYROX,
Yeah,
which
totally. I
yeah,
think a lot of people can probably relate though, because I feel like it did get quite like got so big so quickly, and then people kind of like you say, you probably like you do your first one and then there's so much to learn, like then you kind of train for it properly, and you go and do another one and you maybe make quite a big improvement, and then it can be quite hard to like try and keep making those big jumps, and you end up
yeah,
putting all that pressure on yourself to always get a PB or always to like get a podium or improve on your time or qualify for worlds or whatever it is. And you kind of forget why you're doing it in the first place,
Yeah.
like and why put all that pressure. But I think like a lot of people have probably kind of fallen into the same trap
Yeah,
where
I think
they,
so.
yeah, like
Yeah, because I see it a lot. I see it a lot on social media, and I'm like it annoys me. But I'm like, I've got a cheek for that to annoy me because I was definitely like that. But like, it's good to then try and change people's like help change people's kind of outlook on it because you just feel so much better. Like, see, when it's literally just a race at the end of the day. I know obviously people make careers out of this and whatever else, but like a lot of people like me are just like average Joes at HYROX. So I think the best thing to do is just try and enjoy it as best as you can. And there's still like loads of good opportunities that come from it as well. They just
yeah.
get taken part. So
Yeah, totally. Did you feel more pressure like being with Graham? Like because when he
I think
like
I think I did maybe like, and that was probably part of it. Because I remember like one of the races we done, and actually all I was thinking whilst I was running, I was just like, why is he even doing this with me? Like he could just go and do it with like somebody who's like 10 times faster than me. Um, but then I
He
realised
wants
now
to go with yeah.
yeah.
not the point.
Yeah.
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 And then have you you've raced mixed doubles and solo. Have you raced like female doubles and
Yeah,
relay?
So I've got my friend Rachel, she's just went off to have a baby. Well, she's back training and stuff now, after having a wee girl, but she's who I would normally do doubles with. So we used to do the just the open doubles, sorry, and then we done a couple of pro races together, and we ended up qualifying for the Worlds. And I think it was Nice that we went to. Aye, we went there together, so that was good. That was probably my favorite ever HYROX race.
Oh, really? And
And
loads
that
of
was
people
hard,
had a
yeah.
nightmare in these because it was so hot. Hey, so
I know, but see, we were first. I think we were like one of the first people on, and it was like 8 in the morning or something. So I don't think it got
yeah.
that hot yet.
Sometimes you just have a really like lucky race, don't you? Where you
Yeah,
just
good
like the right
time.
time of day, the right
Yeah.
sled. So which one, I mean, this might be hard to answer, but what do you prefer to race? Like solos, doubles, mixed, same
Um,
sex pairs?
I don't actually know. I feel like when I race with Graham doing mixed doubles, like I literally I can't see straight for like the full time, like the entire time. Like it feels like just one big blur until I get to the end. Um, I would maybe say racing with like my friend Rachel. That's probably most enjoyable. Yeah.
Are you quite well matched? Like as in
Yeah,
your
she's
paces and things?
I'd say she's better at running than me. But like with the stations we have like what she's good at, I'm better at. Oh sorry, what she's good at, I'm not so good at, and what I'm good at, she's like not so good at. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's good because we can take like a hit on
Yeah.
like specific exercises, which is good.
yeah. Whereas I guess if you with Graham and he's working at which would be men's open weights, he's working so fast that your rest, even if he's working, will just be like, I mean,
Nothing.
you mustn't get anything in the farmer's garage. You
No,
must.
aye. But see, to be honest, see the very first time we ever done it together, um, I think that was in London as well. And I was like, oh my God, like next one's the farmer's carry. That's good. I'll get a rest here. And then he just picked him up and started like sprinting faster with him. And I was just like miles behind him.
Basically did a 2K lap with an extra 200 meters transition.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then at least he's good at wall balls, isn't he? So just you just make him do all the wall balls because
Yeah, but I'm good at wall balls as well. So this is the
oh
thing. He's always like that to me. He's like, I'll even just do like the unbroken if you want. And I'm like, well, no, not really, because I know that I want to get involved somehow. So you could
yeah.
maybe just leave me like 30 or something or 20.
Yeah. At least get what you like doing.
Yeah, yeah.
You need a portion of what you like doing.
Exactly. Make me look good. So I finish the last 20 usually and then run across the finish line.
Yes,
Skill.
yeah.
Love that.
So I also want to talk about the running and the backyard ultra you've just done. So
Yeah.
how did you kind of, I mean, are you still doing the HYROX? Like what made you want to do some more running? Like, how did the journey end up with you running loads and loads of loops through the night?
So I signed up for the Backyard Ultra in January. Like, I don't know what it is, but like, well, loads of people must get it, but like just like the start of a new year, you're like, I feel like I'm quite reflective. So, and then I was just like, right, I need to do something big this year because I feel like every single year I'm like trying and challenge myself in some way. And then my friend Morgan, like she'd done the last man, what is it called? The Backyard
Yeah,
Ultra.
last man standing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she done the Backyard Ultra, the same one that I done, but like the year before. And I seen that she done it and I was like, oh my God, I want to do that. I think it comes from because when I was younger, I used to be so like, as I say, I went to like an athletics running club and I wasn't that great. And I just feel like my mindset got the better of me most of the times. And like when things got hard, I would just like give in dead easily. But then, so I just wanted to, I feel like it's gotten much, much better. So I just wanted to like prove to myself that I can do like really hard things and not give in so easily. So that's why I signed up. And then, um, yeah, it was honestly the best thing ever. I loved it so much.
And did you train? So did you switch your training to train specifically for that, or were you still doing HYROX alongside it, or how did kind of when was it you did you do it in July? Was it, have I made that up?
Yeah,
No.
so I done it in
So
July.
yeah, so from like January to July, like how did you manage training?
So I can't remember if I'd done any actual HYROX races in that time. I'm sure I did. Maybe like a couple, but because Glasgow was
Yeah,
then as well.
March.
Aye, so
Yeah.
I definitely done a good few HYROX races. But my main focus, I would say, was just trying to like stay on top of my running. So I built my running volume up to like 50 kilometers a week, which like doesn't seem that much, but I done that very quickly. So like I had like the weeks and weeks and weeks like within that 6 month period of like basically between 35 to 50 kilometers. And for the last like wee while, it was always like 50 kilometers I was doing per week. So I done that, and then on top of that, I done like always kept my strength training in, and then I would also maybe jump in on like a couple of classes every now and then, just like HYROX classes, because I didn't want to come away from that completely. But I did have like I felt like I had this big weight in my shoulder, like that I knew that was coming up.
Yeah.
So I did feel like running was like my main focus.
Yeah.
And was it important to you to keep the strength in? And also if it was like why was it important for you for like anyone that's training maybe for an ultra or something, would you recommend
Yeah,
keeping the strength in?
100 million%. Like I spoke to like a good few people like on the run up to the ultra, and then actually during the ultra I was just like intrigued, and you just chat to different people. So I was like asking a few different people like what their kind of peak weeks were for or how many kilometers they do per week. And some people were like 100 kilometers a week, or there was someone who was like up to like 120. That was like their peak week. And I was like sitting thinking, oh my God, like I've only went up to like 50 kilometers, but I feel like that was just suited me because one, I always just loved to strength train anyway, but then two, injury wise, like I've had like injuries in my hip and stuff before, and I feel like if I go beyond a certain amount or mileage, like I'll just get injured. So I was just dead cautious and strict with just sticking to the 50K. But yeah, I would always, and so I think that just goes to show like you can do you can do the high volume of training, but doesn't really leave you much. Like if you're running 140 or 120 kilometers in a week, like where are you doing any strength training or
Yeah.
well, unless that's all you're doing, just training. But if you're trying to juggle like work and life in general, I'm talking about, then I think like if I was to do that, I would really, really struggle to fit in like strength training as well. But just I just think like strength training is what made me last so long.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's 4.2K. Is it 4.2?
No,
6.4K.
6.4K.
4.2 miles or something.
It's 6.7 kilometers every
6.7.
hour on the hour.
Every hour. Yeah. So you get
Yeah.
you can run it, you've got to run that in the hour. And then
Yeah.
whatever time you've got left, you've got time to do your admin or have a little nap. Did you have any naps?
Well, I never napped. I think at one point I came back and Graham was like, right, lie down. I've told everybody to go in the camper van, like just lie down. I think I had a eye mask on, maybe. But no, I was wide awake the whole time.
Ready.
And what kind of stuff did you fuel on? How far did you go, sorry, first? How long did you go on for?
So I completed 21 loops, which was 140 point something kilometers.
Whoa, fair. And how long
Yeah.
did that, so then how long? 21 loops to 21 hours?
21
Yeah.
hours, 21 loops.
21 loops, yeah.
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 Whatever now.
A long time.
So what did you eat to fuel that then? For 21
So
hours of running?
I know that
Not
was
Skittles.
actually no Skittles anyway. That was actually the thing that was like I was kind of most worried about the fueling part because I'd done like a kind of trial training run and it was like every hour on the hour I think we done like 6.2 kilometers but we only done 7 loops and that was like from the gym and that was to kind of try and practice like the fueling but I feel like we didn't even like, really eat that much when we done it that day. It was maybe like I would have like a gel or see the wee sugar waffles that you can get. I was like eating them as well. But then so I was really worried about that because I was like, right, I've had like one proper practice run to like try and practice fueling. And it didn't really go to plan. So when I done it, I was like, right, I need to just try and people tell you to like eat every single loop. Like no matter if you're hungry or not or whatever, just get something down you. So I cooked loads of wee boiled potatoes and then I cooked loads of pasta. And then yeah, so I was eating the potatoes. The potatoes were actually amazing. I've never tasted potatoes as good as that. I made them the night before, but they were amazing. They were freezing cold, but they just tasted so good. And like one of the guys that I'd been training with for it, and then he was like running loads of the loops with me as well. He was like, Hannah, what if you put in the potatoes? They're making me feel amazing.
Did you put salt on them?
Yeah, I put salt on them.
Yeah. That is
Salt,
such a
Potatoes
good
are a good
yeah.
one. It is a good one,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so I had them potatoes, pasta, and then what else did I have? Like, see, like the wee Mr. Kipling cakes.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I was eating them, and then just like gels really after that, and then just making sure that every kind of second loop I was having like the hydration mix in my water.
Yeah, fair. And did you enjoy did you enjoy the experiences in with other people or what was it about it? Because you said you really enjoyed it. What was it about it that made it so enjoyable?
Just the actual whole experience of it. So like you're running with loads of complete strangers. There's people who are like there's like young girls, there's young guys, but then there's also like middle-aged women and men, and then there's like older people as well. And then what was like I remember just running. This must have been near the end, but I never used like my music at all until it got to like the last 2 laps, which I thought I wasn't even doing anyway. But I was like, right, I'm going to take my music out. And I remember having my headphones in, my AirPods in, and I remember just running, and I was literally like shouting the songs like just out loud. Like I wasn't caring like who was there. I just felt like so good. I think this was lap like 20 and I remember Graham, so I was kind of like set on finishing on lap 19 and then I'd finished that and then Graham and that were like that to me, Hannah, your sisters are here, they're going to come and see you. And I was like, he was like, honestly, if you finish this next lap, like they'll be here when you're finished. So I was like, right, this is it. I'm finishing on that after this one. Like, so I thought when I got back, they were going to be there. So I just felt like this pure buzz. It must have been like euphoria because I was honestly on another planet. I felt like amazing. And then as soon as I got back, they weren't there. And I was like, you lied to me so that I would go and do another lap. But
Did
I
you
made it,
actually?
I made it back and like we like I think it was like 12 minutes to go or something like that. And see by that point, that was kind of like that that was what I was kind of doing at the start. So I obviously had more in me. So then I was like, no, that's me. I've done 20 laps, that's it. And then my friend Nicole was like, Hannah, see if you do just one more lap, like that takes you up to 140. And I was like, no, I remember saying I like the number 20 more than I like the number 21. So then, and then see, literally with 2 minutes to go, my sisters, I could just see them coming down, like on the grass.
Oh,
And I
okay.
was like, oh my God, I need to go and do another lap.
Oh, that's
Questions
so
are
good.
here. So I went and done the next one. But see that when I seen them come, everybody was just crying. Like
Oh,
everybody, even like Graham and Matthew, like everybody was just like, oh my God, like why is that so emotional?
It's crazy that I mean you've all been up for so long,
I
like
know.
and on such a like a high and like I guess
Yeah.
for the crew as well to be like supporting you and like fully invested in it. But did they know that your sisters weren't going to arrive in time for the other one? Was that a trick to get you to go back out?
No,
Or
I think
they just
they
got
did
there.
think that they would be there.
Yeah.
So
what made you do more?
made me do more, I know.
Yeah. That's and so you said kind of you thought maybe 19. Did you have a number in your head before you like started? Were you trying to get to a point or a marker, or were you just gonna try and go as long as you could go?
Yeah, so I thought when I signed up, I was like, right, I would really like to go and do like 100 kilometers. And then I knew that that was 15 laps. But then when I done like the 7 kind of hours of the training run that I was telling you about, after that, I was like, right, that's only like 40 odd kilometers. I was like, I'm not even aiming for 100 anymore. I'm just going to try and do what I can do, and that's it. Um, but I think in the back of my mind, I did kind of still want to try and just get to the 100.
Mm. Oh,
So
you
I don't
smashed it.
actually know how I got to 140.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did.
Right.
And then would you do another one? Or have you got another
Yeah,
one planned?
and
Yeah.
no, I've not got another one planned, definitely not anytime soon, but I definitely will do another one. I just won't do one anytime soon. I think maybe like when I'm a bit older or something like that, I'd go back to it. Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's a good like test of, do you think like it's a good test of mental strength, and do you think HYROX has helped you? Because high, like you said, HYROX, sometimes you're like, oh my God, I could just break my ankle, or I just need to get out of this, and then somehow you always finish the race, but you always
Yeah.
have a part of a HYROX race where you're just like hating life.
Yeah.
Do you think that helped you with the like going into the ultra, because you've like been in pain and you've pushed through stuff and you've got to the finish
Yeah.
lines and
So in Glasgow, like that Glasgow HYROX just there, I had like a terrible race and I remember being like, um, get a grip. I've signed up, you've signed up for an ultra. Like if you can't get through this race, then how are you expecting to like get through like a backyard ultra? So I definitely in some way think it has helped me.
yeah, things like play into stuff, don't they? Like different
Yeah,
experiences, and like now doing that ultra probably play into, if you're doing another high rocks, you'd be like, well, I just managed to do an ultra, and like of course I
yeah.
can do an hour's race or whatever. Like sometimes
I
it
know.
like one plays into the other, even though they're
Yeah.
very different events. They
Yeah,
kind of help.
So
yeah. They
what's
are so different as well though, because
yeah.
obviously during the ultra, like you're much more, it's much more, I'm going to say relaxed, but I just
Mm.
mean like relaxed as in like your heart rate's not as high. Um, so I think with high rocks, when your heart rate's that high, like for so long, like it's harder to think straight and you end up just going into
Mm.
this kind of like, if you let it, like go into this kind of negative mindset if you're having like
Mm.
a bad race and it's hard to kind of pull yourself back out of that. But with the ultra, like there was people there constantly. Like when I was going back to our wee camp, like they were like there to kind of keep spirits high and stuff like that. So I think all that had a massive part to play as well.
Yeah. Yeah, fair. And what's what's on the cards next? Are you back to HYROX? Are you doing a
Yeah.
marathon? Are you doing a triathlon? Is there anything?
I would love to do a triathlon, but I'm not the greatest of swimmers, like, so
Maybe
I'm
one
not a
day.
strong swimmer when they say so. I would maybe pass on a triathlon, but I did say after, I'll always do HYROX. That's one thing for sure. But Graham was saying, like, asking me like, what you doing next, and I was saying to him, like, I kind of want to do like a marathon, but try and do it for time this time. So like,
Yeah.
as I say, I've never been the strongest of runners. I'm good with endurance and I'm good at lasting, but see when it comes to like speed and doing things like quickly, like I just look on Instagram these days and I'm like, how are these people so fast? Like, how are these girls that fast? But yeah, I'd like to kind of work on like longer speed and try and do a marathon. I said to Graham I'd like to get like a 350 marathon. He was like, I think you could get lower than that. And I'm like, right.
Yeah,
But I mean,
yeah,
I know.
you could like you could. I think you could do
Yeah,
anything you put your mind to, and like you train
definitely.
for it. And who does your? Do you train yourself? Have you had different coaches or
No, so
for
I've
different
never actually
things?
had a coach. Like I followed Graham's kind of like HYROX programs in the past, but no, for a good while, like I just kind of follow my own like strength stuff. And then um our gym has got like Matthew does the intervals every week
Yeah.
for our gym. So I always just stick to them as well.
Okay.
And then yeah, try and keep my running in. So no, I've never actually had like a proper being coached by someone.
Yeah.
And have you enjoyed being like a HYROX ambassador? Has that helped you like get more people into the sport, or
Yeah,
what have you enjoyed
definitely.
about that?
I've loved it. I feel like that has massively helped me grow in confidence as well because I was always kind of like, why are they picking me to be like an ambassador? But I think it made me realize that it's good to see like the people who are flying and doing amazing and going to every single world champs and they can run really, really fast and are so strong and whatever else and PB and podium all the time. But I think it's also so good as like such an accessible sport to have like the other side of it, which I think I kind of represent in a way, which would be like you're more kind of like I don't want to call myself an average Joe, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, like you're not doing it like full time, as in
Yeah.
you're not an
Uh,
elite HYROX athlete.
no.
It's your job. So you're still juggling like coaching and like
Yeah. Life
training
in
and
general.
life. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that represents a lot of people that are also like trying to fit their training in and like still do their jobs or look after their kids or whatever it is
Yeah.
like and not be able to commit like full time to going into HYROX. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
like you're still an incredible athlete, but
Yeah.
it's just not your sole like
Yeah.
job.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
love it, but it's not like it doesn't like fully consume my whole life because I
Yeah.
Yeah.
have many other things in life that I love doing as well. So yeah, I
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
having the balance. That's what I'd always say. Like I just love balancing everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I completely
Yeah, so
agree.
that you can get the happiness out of it and
Yeah.
enjoy
Yeah.
it and yeah. And then can maybe dabble and dip in and out of a few other things, trying a backyard ultra and like
Yeah.
different things that you want to for sure. Yeah.
Can I touch on the female fitness side of it and postpartum? Because obviously you say you're like a female fitness coach. Do you have any like specific, we have a lot of females that listen to this podcast, and it's very female specific, like any tips or any advice for females that are either training or like postpartum or doing HYROX? Maybe they're thinking about doing a HYROX. Do you have any
Yeah.
female
So
specific training tips or nutrition tips or anything that you do with your clients?
when it comes to like nutrition, um, with my clients, I always say like just try and focus on like I would give them their calories and then I would say like and it's based on their kind of work life. So somebody could be sitting at a desk all day while somebody could be like really active and on their feet all day. So I always take things like that into consideration as well. Because know how sometimes you'll get people who are like, right, I want you to hit this many steps a day. I want you to do this. And I want you to hit like 100 grams of protein or whatever. But what not one shoe fits all basically. So you need to take into consideration everything that you're doing and your kind of current starting point. So I would always give my clients their calories, so their calorie goal within the week. Then I would give them a protein goal, which is based off their kind of their body weight. And then I would tell them just to focus on their calories and their protein goal and make sure they're eating enough carbs and try and not have that mentality that bread and rice and pasta is bad for you, because I still have people like that and I'm like, guys, bread isn't bad. So I think there's still a lot of females that think that they think like that bread and all that stuff is like they should try and steer away from that. So that's probably my nutrition tip. With mums, so I work with a group at the gym, and it's a wee group called Mumhood, where the mums bring their wee babies along or their kids. So I've been doing that, I think, for around about 4 or 5 years. And that's probably one of my favourite parts of the job, because although I'm not a mum, I feel like they teach me like loads. So just as much as I teach them about the gym, they just teach me about different things that about being a mum and stuff like that. And probably something, if I ever become a mum, will help me a lot, like relating back to them. But I would say if you're, which I've learned like through them and through like my friends who have had kids as well, like if you've had a baby, and don't rush back to the gym. Like you don't need to be rushing back to the gym. If you feel like you're ready to, then that's fine. But I think there's like, especially again through social media and stuff like that, there's like such a pressure on getting back to like how you were before you had your baby. And then it just turns into like a bit messy sometimes. So I think I would always just say try and just enjoy where you're at, because there's always going to be time to start again anyway. So yeah. Sorry, I feel like I'm going off in a tangent.
No, great advice.
Yeah,
Like, I think
yeah,
it's brilliant.
absolutely. Like, no, it's perfect. I think it's so true. Like, and sometimes it is hard with social media now because everyone can just compare themselves to everyone else. So whatever part in life, and I mean your algorithm, just whatever part of your life you're in, whether that is a mum or you just had a baby or like you've just done this race, or then it just shows you everything about that, and naturally people just compare themselves to everyone else, which is like really difficult, like so
especially when it's just a snapshot and you're not even sure what you're seeing is exactly what's happening.
Real life.
So,
yeah.
totally.
I've got one more question that I haven't asked.
Go for it.
Do you eat bagels?
Oh yeah, you love
Bagels?
this question.
Yeah, you know, like a bagel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you eat them and like do you have them like pre-training or anything? You know, they're quite a big thing pre-training. Loads of people have like a bagel before they train.
So I've not actually had a bagel in ages, now you've said that, but I used to have them quite a lot with like 1/2 peanut butter and then 1/2 jam.
Yeah, and then yeah, cool. And then would you toast them before you did that, or would you have it not toasted?
Oh no, you need to toast a bagel.
Yes. Good answer.
The last 2 podcasts, they don't toast the bagel, or they do, but if they don't, they'll happily eat one not toasted. Would you eat it not toast? Would you just not have one if you can't toast it?
Yeah, I wouldn't have it if I couldn't toast it. 100%.
Exactly.
Scottish, you can rely on
maybe it's Scott. Maybe this is Scott.
Well, no, because Rachel.
Oh yeah,
she let us down.
Okay, it's the new question now, because I just can't get over that people would eat a bagel not toasted. It was so chewy.
I think that's a bit strange.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. All right, 2-1. Hannah's on our side.
No, I was going to ask before I round up with the last question. What's the next race? Like, have you got a HYROX race for the season booked in, or are you just waiting to see how the season goes?
So I don't actually have one booked in yet, but I was kind of thinking I'd like to go to Gdansk, because everyone keeps saying how nice it is, like how nice a place it is. So I think I'd like to go there.
Yeah, nice.
maybe, but I've not booked any yet.
And
No.
are you following Graham around when he goes for his races, or does he often pop off and race and you stay at the gym and you have to go separate ways?
No, I'll always go and
You're not
watch.
like nervous. I don't know if it's worse to like watch it in person.
Oh, do you mean like nervous wise? No, I did just to get really nervous, but I don't know. I don't really get that nervous anymore. I'm more just kind of like worry until the race has started, and then I can see if he feels good or not. Because they'll like
Yeah.
just tell me, like, see if he's running by, he'll be like making a face as if like this isn't good, or else he'll be like fine.
Yeah, fair. You can tell, probably tell
Yeah.
straight away.
Yeah.
Well, Gdansk maybe then, and maybe a marathon.
Yeah, maybe a marathon. But I feel like marathons are so hard to book, like
I know.
get a space in.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite a lot of them are ballots
Oh,
now,
no.
aren't they? It's quite
Yeah.
hard to try and find like, especially
Everything.
yeah, I mean,
HYROX.
yeah, all the tickets are hard to
Yeah.
get.
It's probably
I
easier to do
know.
an ultra.
Yeah.
By the way, I think that'll be hard to like get a space on as well.
I know now,
Yeah.
there
Everything's
is.
just blown up now,
Yeah.
hasn't it? Everyone's
Yeah.
gone wild. You almost
We're
have
all
to be
fitness freaks.
organised.
Yeah.
I know.
And we don't do organisation like that.
No.
And it sounds
Oh.
like you don't either, since you've got nothing booked either.
Yeah.
Definitely don't. I'm
We'll all
not
end up
organized.
at a race somewhere.
Yeah.
Right, well, am I good for the
Yeah, that's my bagel
gonna
question.
round up and ask, what message or advice would you give to your younger self or the next generation of girls coming up?
So I would say, what would I say? I would say just really try if you don't second guess yourself and have a bit more self-belief. So yeah, I feel like I'm going to go off on a tangent again.
No, you can go off on it. It's completely up to you.
But yeah, when I was like younger in school and stuff like that, I felt like I was like fairly confident, got along with everyone, was like everyone's pal, wasn't really scared to like get up in front and talk to in front of whoever it was. But then as soon as I went to uni, like left school and went to uni, I just feel like every ounce of confidence like left the building, and I was just like so like in myself. I don't know if it was maybe like because you're in classes with like people like maybe a lot older than you or something like that, but I just felt like really, yeah, not the same person. And I was like, oh no, is this what real life is? Like, but then I feel like as well, I would always go home and maybe we had like a project to do and then we were to go back the next day and stand up in front of everyone and deliver it back. And I feel like I would really put the work in and go home and like learn my bit and be ready to say what I wanted to say. And then I would go in front of everybody and it was as if like I was just second guessing everything I was saying and too scared to say something in case it sounded daft. But now I look back and I'm like, just don't be like that. Like I wish I could go back and like just have a bit more confidence in myself because like does anybody really know what they're saying at the end of the day? Like
You start to realise, don't you, that everyone's just kind of
Yeah.
getting through life and like muddling their way through and no one really
Yeah.
knows what they're doing. Everyone's just, if you've got the
Yeah.
confidence, everyone just believes you know what you're talking about, I guess.
I know. But I think, yeah, as you say, like everyone just kind of learned that at different points in their life, and some quicker than others. Because I feel like I was in uni with girls who were like just so confident and they could talk their way through anything. But even when it came to like interviews after uni and stuff like that, I would never get into any of the courses. And I think it was purely down to just because I was so bad at interviews. Like, see, even coming on this podcast today, like, I've loved it. But see, before it, I was like, oh my God, like, what am I going to say? Like, I'm scared that like everything you are going to ask me in case I don't know how to like answer it. But it's actually been so fine. So I think just as well, like, just throw yourself in the deep end and even if you're scared just still go for it because it is true what they say, loads of opportunities come from outside your comfort zone.
Yeah.
That's such a good piece of advice.
Yeah.
And it is like you just always overthink what you don't know, don't you? You just and if you never do it, you never and then from the experiences, next time, I don't know, next time someone asks you to come on a podcast, you'll be like, oh yeah, that podcast was all right, cool, I'll go and do it. And then you kind of build on that, don't you? Whereas if you shy away from it, it's easy to say because it's
Yeah,
it's hard when you're trying to put yourself out there, but
yeah,
it is a good piece of advice, and some people learn it earlier than others.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Everyone's on a different journey, aren't they?
Yeah.
But then I guess just sharing that, and then like everything you're sharing online and being so open and honest, like it does help other people, you know, even saying about like, I guess, losing the love a bit for the training and the racing and taking the pressure off, like other people will be able to relate to that and learn from that, and like, I guess, learn from your experience, which is really good about like being able to be so open and honest and not afraid to tell the truth and say what it's like. So kudos to you, like, for sure. So if anyone doesn't follow you, where can they find you? And maybe also a little bit about the gym if anyone's in Glasgow or making a trip to beautiful sunny Glasgow.
I don't know about that.
We're gonna sell it. We're gonna pretend.
Because Aberdeen's so much better.
Yeah.
It is beautiful. It's just rainy.
Yeah, true that.
But yeah, you can find me on Instagram at just Elation Hannah, and then the gym page is at Elation Gym Glasgow. And yeah, if you're ever in Glasgow, you can just message either me or the page, and if you want to come down for a wee session or a class, then you're more than welcome.
Perfect.
Yeah,
and do you do online coaching as well as in person, or is it just at the gym in person?
Yeah, so I do mostly in person, but I have like a handful of online clients as well.
Okay, cool. So people can find you through Instagram and reach out if they had any questions. And
yeah,
awesome. Well, thank you so much. It's been
cheers, Hannah.
so
thank
nice
you guys for having me.
Oh no, it's been ace, and hopefully we will see you at a race somewhere. Maybe Gdansk, you never know.
Maybe Gdansk.
Awesome, thanks, Hannah.
Thank you so much.